How's it going, folks? We're back for another year of Gaelic football in Boston. We're here at the Irish Cultural Centre. I am joined by Conor Cunningham and also Sean Barrett here. They're here for a long weekend. They're both here with the Donegal Garda, and we're after playing a blitz there for between ourselves, Donegal Boston, I should say, Donegal Garda. Kerry Boston put in a team and Galway Boston put in a team. First of all, congratulations, lads, because they won it out. They kicked ass today, that's for sure. So I'll start with yourself, Sean. Yep. Maybe you want to talk about how Donegal Garda came about as a Gaelic football team, and also how did you come about this whole trip out to Boston?
I suppose the Donegal Garda have been, as a football team, have been going for a long time, a number of years since I joined the force over 30 years ago. In the last number of years, kind of things, we haven't been getting together and having games. We had a tour to New York back in 2004. There was 42 of us went out, and we went out and played Donegal, New York, and then we played the NYPD out there. And on the 20th anniversary, we were looking to go back. The intention was to go back out to New York, and then because of COVID, things were organised because of COVID. Then obviously we weren't able to come out.
How did you get on in that competition? Did you win that one too?
No, we didn't get out. Because we didn't get out.
Oh, sorry.
No, because of COVID.
The one back there, the first one.
No, we were second.
Oh, I guess.
we were second.
You could have lied to me. Nobody would ever know.
Unfortunately, we were second. So we some of the lads there decided after the COVID, when the competition or not the trip not going ahead, they reached out to Donegal Boston and said that their intentions were to go out there and looking to see could we play a game, and absolutely we got great response from it. And Conor, Joe English, Shimmy Corcoran, Gary Farn, and a number of them had an excellent committee, done all the work. The intention was that we'd train and we'd play a few challenge matches. Unfortunately, that fell by the wayside as well, so we come out here. But we had big preparation last night now in McGonigal's bar. So we were ready. We were ready for today. Like we knew we were going to be unstoppable.
When you're mentioning McGonigal's Bar, we got to give a shout out to them because they're actually a new sponsor for us this year. I think they signed a sponsorship for maybe 5 years. I think it might be. So we always have to thank our sponsors, and something probably we don't do enough of. And another one I can think of there, New England Building Contractors. Very very thankful for the sponsorship over the years as well too.
I know it was excellent, and we were looked after very very well. So we're out here, we're having a fabulous time. We were with the Boston Police yesterday, and they looked after us, took us around headquarters, and then took us out on the bay and the boats. So we were looking forward to the competition, to the football today, and thankfully the football went well, so it's even more enjoyable.
It's very good. What did you find was the crack with the Boston Police today? Did they let you shoot the guns and everything else too, or not?
No, we didn't get to shoot the guns. No, some of our boys are better without the guns.
Probably so.
But no, we had a fabulous time, and the hospitality that's been shown to us right throughout has been absolutely first class and fabulous, and we're just delighted to be here.
Yeah, very so, and you are very welcome, as you know, for sure. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the trip while you are here too. Conor, I'll go to yourself. You were talking to me a little bit there about the jerseys that you are wearing today. Maybe you could talk us through it a little bit there.
Yeah, so this isn't our actual playing top, but there's a bespoke top that we put together, designed for this trip in itself. So the green represents Donegal, and then the navy represents Garda as well. So it's a one-off jersey. We're very proud to wear it today, and we've handed over to the centre here as well. So hopefully they'll frame that and put it up, and just it adds to the weekend.
Yeah, definitely appreciate that. There's plans this coming year. We have the Megedigan room. As you were going into the dressing rooms, that big open room there as you're going past, so that's our Megedigan room there. Okay. There's plans to kind of redo that room a little bit and add a trophy case, and the plan is going forward with any clubs that are coming out from Ireland or whatever else to get a jersey from them. Ideally, which is great, is 25. It represents the year too, and then as well as that, you turn around and frame that as well. So you kind of keep a record of all the clubs that are coming out. I think it'd be a good touch for all of Boston GAA.
Yeah, and I suppose on that jersey as well, just we're on about sponsors. Riley Sports has put that jersey together for us, and they've kitted us out very well over the weekend, and I'd just like to thank them for that as well, for their assistance over, because they're very easy to deal with,
Yeah, definitely so. Always have to thank our sponsors. The GAA is kind of built that way, and a lot of time it's a lot of volunteer time and everything else as well. So there's a bit of history as well made today, whether you realised it or not, but this is the first time that we had the new rules in place today, and how many games was there? 3 games? 1, 2, 3, 4 games that were played. Unfortunately, the weather didn't cooperate, but he's probably brought the weather from Donegal, maybe, which is, I'm not too sure. But so, a bit of history with that, and there's a bit of history because the first person to ever kick a 2-pointer was number 8 for you boys. Who was it?
Kieran
McGinley.
So he's going to go down in history of the Boston GAA. It's going to be on a table quiz question maybe in 20 years' time.
Very good.
So, you're playing. Obviously, club football is probably in full swing at home. How are the new rules going? It's kind of the talk of everybody wants to talk about these days.
Well, from the main thing with the new rules so far really has been the inter-county side of it, and it has been really a huge success. It's now promoting open football, ball being kicked, far more scores, a lot more exciting. I think there had to be some kind of a change with the rules in our game. Now it's exciting again, and it's for me, it's something that really promotes the skills of football. You have to be able to play football now. Where maybe before this year, it was got to the stage that if you're an athlete or you could be a stopper or something, where now you have to be able to play football. Everybody has to be able to use the ball, kick the ball, and of course score. So it's been an exciting time. The club football only started 2 weeks ago, so again it's in its infancy, and hopefully it'll progress from it, and I think it'll be very exciting and very good going forward. It'll be very interesting here in the side of the Atlantic here, when you're playing 13 aside. It's certainly obviously the games it's really traditional Gaelic football that has been played in Boston, New York, Philadelphia, Chicago, and different places there, where teams haven't been going out and playing. They weren't coming out with packed defences, and they certainly will be promoting that even more.
Yeah, very good. I kind of always said, and we were chatting a little bit about it today with a few of the players, it was in my head, the game was never bad out here when it was 13 aside, just because there was so much space. Teams can try and play defensive, but whatever else do, if I was on the FRC, very simple change, make it 13 aside, and that was it. But that's the way they've gone, and that's what we got to go with, And I'm a big fan of the new rules too, I must say as well. Overall, you're kind of looking at them, and you break each one of them down. There's logic, and it makes sense to a lot of them too. Are you playing a bit of football yourself at home, Conor?
No, that was my first game there today in a while.
Ever,
right.
I could tell.
Yeah. But I survived, just about. No, I'm just coaching Larry Kenny games at home, but no, just second what Sean Paul said. It'll be interesting to see how the rules will run out here, 13 aside.
Yeah.
It's going to be very, very fast, especially when the weather gets a lot better out here as well. It'll be interesting to see it.
Definitely so. I was chatting to a good friend of mine from Guidor just last week. Actually, it was Ronan Dever. Shout out to you there. He just moved home there a few years ago. He's out here for years, But anyway, long story short, he took over the junior Bs with Guidor, and he was saying the young fellas coming through have never even really heard of the concept in a lot of ways of breaking ball, because kickouts were always getting off short.
No
matter what. So maybe that's in club football or whatever else too, all the time. But kickouts were always getting off short. It's you win the breaking ball. It's that's more or less the only reason I was playing senior football in this town, because I was winning breaking ball. It's just there you go. You gotta just want it. That sort of way. So
and that's something that has really come back into the game. The amount of actually clean possession around the middle of the field. Most kicks are going long. In fact, I'd say 90% of them are going long now. So you're waiting for somebody could either win the ball, but as you send it today, the big men, they're going up and breaking it, and the team that wins most breaking ball gets possession, and then they have the advantage. Inevitably, in any of the games, particularly in the county games that you've seen so far this year, when you get the advantage, when you have possession, you're going to win the game, and games can swing. And before, you would have had games there you could have if you were 5 or 6 points up, teams would just kind of pack the defence then, and it was very hard to break it down. But there's been 13 and 14 point turnaround now with teams like, when they start to get possession or they're breaking ball and around the middle of the field. So it is a hugely important aspect of it now.
Yeah, definitely so. Big game next weekend, inter-county football. I put my Monaghan hat on. Monaghan against Donegal. Let's get the predictions.
Donegal are in so good a shape at the moment. Played last week there against Derry, and you've looked at the players that are even coming back in again. Jason McGee hadn't played all year, back in again. He's 6'5". I think Jason was out, but he's a couple of years ago.
That's right. Yeah.
He's just massive lad, he's a great lad, so he is.
He's only going to get better playing his club football in Monaghan too. So
yeah. He's going to play Corduff. He's going to play a bit of club football for Corduff, all right. But you're looking even at Donegal last week there. Niall O'Donnell came in. Oisin Gallen was an all-star last year, and he didn't start. And again, fabulous footballer, and you're looking at your best defender to mark on him, and he's not starting. The thing that Michael Murphy being back in is a huge plus, huge boost to Donegal, the county, the support as well, and of course Jim and his background team have Donegal really in top shape. So there,
definitely so.
Now Monaghan will be coming in with form. To be fair, they're confident, So I don't think it'll be that straightforward. Obviously, playing Derry are playing with little to no confidence there at the moment. But Monaghan, they have a good record against Donegal over the last maybe 10-15 years.
Yeah, definitely
They're not fear Donegal,
Yeah, even the 10 years, if you look at Donegal when they won it in 2012. Monaghan then still bet them in Ulster in 2013. That sort of way. Even when Donegal were at the top, it's one team that maybe somewhat was a bogey team for Donegal over the years. So I'm kind of hopeful. I will say the Donegal squad looks kind of
strong,
as you're saying there. Oisin Gallen and these boys coming off the bench looks very strong. But I mean, Monaghan are ticking away nicely.
They are.
So
they are.
I'm gonna put my hat in and say I'll go with the underdogs, Monaghan myself anyway. So see how it goes.
Championship as well. Any championships brings a different level, so anything can happen.
Yeah. So lads, anyway, that's enough chat. Thanks very much. Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Just before we go, it's on a personal note. It's a privilege to be actually out here in Boston to meet Donegal Boston. I know that the ties from home. My own lad was out there a few years ago, Kane, out playing for Donegal Boston, and he spoke very, very highly. I know all the young lads there. I see Ryan McMahon. I was talking to Ryan. I'll meet him downstairs now. Ryan's out the last couple of years, a great lad, and different lads that I would have had coached over the years that are coming out, and see Jack O'Brien and Corey Gallagher, different players there, and Hugh Yank. And Paddy McDevitt, who's infamous at home, for all the work that he has done and bringing people out there, and you met him downstairs there, and just a privilege to be here and to be here with you at this occasion.
Yeah, absolutely, and you're very welcome in the future again too. Honest to God, yeah. Thanks very much, guys.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Conor. Thank you.